Hi everyone, my name is Gloria. I am a senior at South Anchorage High School, and as you all know, I am captain of the undefeated gymnastics team. I was born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. I spent my summers in a small community off of Lake Park named Port Ellsworth. It was named after my great-grandfather who founded it. And my whole family, they're all bush pilots. Like, you know, I grew up on a plane. But that doesn't mean that I get to go everywhere and see everywhere in Alaska. My dad is Native Alaskan. He lived in Port Ellsworth when there was only about 2 families, and now there are over 200 people who live there year-round. In Port Ellsworth, I learned many things, but the most important thing I learned was how to process fish by canning it, smoking it, filleting, freezing, all that fun stuff. I may have Alaskan Native blood, but other than processing fish, I was brought up in a pretty modern family. But my grandma would tell me stories about how she lived and grew up in a small Alaskan village off of Lake Iliamna. They not only lived off of the land, but they thrived. They were very, very happy. If you met my grandma today, she's the most inspiring person I know. But they had fun when they were working, like picking berries, fishing, hunting, all that fun stuff, and they just have the best attitudes. The land was absolutely everything they knew. They lived off of it. It was their home. They had no supermarkets, no cars, no buildings, no internet. And so to them, and also to me, it's not about escaping, it's about being home. Being one with the earth. And I think more people need to realize that we are a part of the earth, we are part of nature, and we are wilderness. The land relies off of us just as much as we rely off of the land. We are one with the land, and there's a reason why it's called the circle of life. It's because everything reflects off of everything else. So however we treat our land, it's going to circle around and back to us, and that's just how the world works. And it is our responsibility to respect the land, and when we respect the land, we respect ourselves and we respect our homes. And again, it is not about escaping, it's about being home with the bears, the trees, and of course the mosquitoes. Yes, I grew up in a modern home, and I did not practice many traditions of Alaskan Native people, but I still feel that deep, deep connection with the land. And I can really not put into words the connection that I have with this land. And I love that connection. I want my children and my grandchildren and other people's children and grandchildren to feel that connection that I have with the earth in their own way. And it is important to preserve these lands because I do not want to see my people's traditions die. And with the land, the traditions will die with it. But that's why we are here to preserve this land so it does not die. And I have been going out in the wilderness my whole life, like, you know, just little parts of it. But I've never been able to be out in the middle of Alaska for 10 days straight if it wasn't for Alaska Geographic and the Chugach Children's Forest. We did not only go kayaking and enjoy the Prince William Sound, which is beautiful, I want to go back, but we also helped the land by doing habitat restoration. We cleaned up marine debris and we surveyed campsites, and we had a lot of fun doing it. I was also able to meet Barbara and Tim Leiden, who are, they work for the Forest Service and have fun doing this fun stuff for a living. Without programs like Alaska Geographic and Chugach Children's Forest, I would never have this experience, and neither would have my other peers that came with me today. So I'm very grateful for these opportunities and such unique, crazy, awesome people in my life that I call my friends. Thank you.